Vâng, thưa quý vị, cảm ơn quý vị vẫn giữ chương trình hôm nay và ngày mai với với một cái những cái câu hỏi về trận chiến giữa Russia và Ukraine. Thì ông Norman là gốc Ukraine, ông sẽ cho chúng ta biết thêm về những cái nguồn gốc và những cái ý kiến riêng của ông, thì cũng như Tuấn Dũng và Thanh Hương. Thì bây giờ chúng ta trở lại với cái vụ Ukraine với lại Nga Xô. Thì những cái gì mà người nước Mỹ đang làm để giúp cho Ukraine thì không biết là có ảnh hưởng được nhiều không với Nga Xô không, thì chắc nhờ anh Dũng hỏi ông lại dùng cho Thanh Hương.
You know, I'm on the news right now. There's a lot of sanctions between Russia and a lot of countries right now to stop do business with Russia or withdraw from there. You think that will be help a little bit to change, you know, putting mind that, you know, not invade, stop the war, or have sit down and deal with, you know, Ukraine president about it?
Absolutely. Those sanctions will start to make the Russian people kind of suffer a little bit. They won't be able to get food, or they won't be able to get some other resources that they need. And maybe the prices, the ruble will be worth less money, and then you'll get inflation. They'll have to be paying a lot of money, like we're doing right now for gasoline. And that kind of thing makes a dissatisfaction in the people of Russia, and then they start to complain about Putin and his war. So I think it's effective.
Could the United States do more than what they're doing now?
I think if we start more energy production like we were previously in the last couple of years, becoming energy independent and actually supplying Europe with some fuels, and we can take business away from Russia, and I think that also helps take away that part of their economy, and they don't have any money to sustain their war machine. So I think us providing energy to Europe will take away that business from Putin. I think it'll be a good move for us.
Cool. Okay.
So right now, I think that the best thing to do is that we don't want to have a war started. We don't want to escalate the war. So what we do economy side right now, you know, to see how things changing for Putin, and hopefully that he will sit down and talk with Ukraine and come up with some, you know, dealing on that. And I was, you know, admire for Ukraine people, you know, they fought for their country, and that's awesome. You know, usually that, you know, people will stay together and fight that. It show Putin that, hey, don't mess around with the country, Ukraine. And that's a good one. Thì Tuấn Dũng thấy là người Ukraine họ rất là đồng lực với nhau để mình sát cánh với nhau để chiến đấu. Cái đó là một cái rất là hay. Và mình nghĩ là cái đó là mình làm để mình giữ cái tổ quốc của mình. And I think they did a good part on that. And now American will do economy sanction, tức là về kinh tế đó, sẽ siết chặt lại. Thì lúc đó nước Nga sẽ ngồi xuống nói chuyện với Ukraine. And another question is that if we are the USA right now, what we should do and what we can do to help the Ukraine? What do you think? What we should do at this time to help the Ukraine people?
So anytime there's a war, there's there's need for medical supplies, there's need for food, and all this kind of assistance for everybody's day-to-day existence. So United States should be at least providing some kind of help for the medical needs and the food and all these sort of things. So that's mainly what the United States should be doing. But as we just spoke about earlier, putting the sanctions on them and making life hard for the people of Russia is also a good strategy to make the war end, or get the public against Putin, the Russian public, I should say, to go against Putin. So I think helping Ukraine and also kind of affecting the population of Russia is two good strategies to help the war.
Okay. Do you want to say that in Vietnamese?
Thì ông Norman nói là cái mà quan trọng bây giờ đó là mình phải dùng những cái mà về kinh tế để siết chặt lại, và mình đồng thời mình giúp những người Ukraine. Thì ông nói trong một cái cuộc chiến đó thì lúc nào người ta cũng cần về thuốc men, về những đó thì mình có thể mình giúp người Ukraine. Nên đó là hai cái mà mình làm để có thể cho Nga đồ ăn. Thì lúc đó sau đó dân Nga họ sẽ thiếu thốn rất là nhiều về vấn đề vật chất và và dầu hỏa đó, thì lúc đó họ sẽ ngồi xuống nói chuyện với mình. And I think during the war, every war, the country, the suffering is the people, you know, live in the two countries.
Right.
And even, I'm not saying that Russian or Ukraine, but they're all people. So what we do is that we should help them. So we don't want any war, because the war happened right now. You talk about a lot of people get killed.
Yes.
It's not like one or two, but we talk about a lot of people with the nuclear weapon we have right now, and we don't want that to happen. And you know, I'm really worried about the nuclear plant in Ukraine. They have it in there. They use that nuclear plant for generate electricity, or,
right.
or
I think the Russians already captured that.
Yeah, they capture that.
And, yeah.
Do you have any family still in Ukraine, Norman?
You know, I've never met my family from the Ukrainian side, so I don't know who's there from my family.
Thanh Hương hỏi là ông có gia đình gì còn bên Ukraine không? Thì ông nói là tại vì ông sanh ở Mỹ, là ông chưa có biết được những gia đình, những người chú bác cô chú gì của ông bên Ukraine. Thì thưa quý vị, chúng ta nghe tin tức rất là nhiều, tức là Nga Xô gửi những người gọi là sát thủ qua để giết ông tổng thống Ukraine. Thì không biết là Ukraine có làm ngược lại như vậy hay không? Có gửi người sát thủ qua để kiểu như là giết ông Putin không? Mời anh Dũng hỏi.
You know, we got a question about a lot of people talking about that they're gonna hire somebody to go to Ukraine to assassinate, you know, the president. So I don't know, is that the Ukraine going to do the same way with the Russian to assassinate the Putin?
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to assassinate Putin. He's very well protected. The only thing that could happen like that is some kind of coup, like a military coup against him. So I know he's very upset right now with the way the war is progressing, and he's already fired a lot of his generals, and he's dissatisfied. So there's a chance. I mean, they tried to kill Hitler several times. Germans tried to kill Hitler several times and failed. But there's a possibility that could happen. But as far as one of us Americans or some other countrymen getting in to kill Putin, I think it's a very slim chance. Slim.
Never know, Norman.
Yeah, you never know, but
FBI and CIA, we don't know what they're doing.
Very hard.
Yeah, but because with the new technology now, I don't think Putin get a chance. I mean, it's just so easy. You can, no, seriously, Norman.
He doesn't get a chance for what?
He won't get a chance to survive if they really want to assassinate him.
I don't think so. I think he's really well protected. I'd be very surprised if he was assassinated or there was even an attempt on his life.
The only thing I think right now is that the people live in Russia. That's the only way can change things, because that only way can be revolution.
Right.
Against him.
Yeah.
And that's what he can do. But I mean, for military, he's a former KGB for a long time, and he have a lot of experience. Yeah. And he got all these protection and everything.
But his experience is old days. This is new now. Come on, Putin, wake up. Thưa quý vị, Thanh Hương nói là nếu mà với những cái kỹ thuật mới bây giờ mà có thể ám sát được ông Putin thì rất là dễ, nhưng mà tại vì có thể là họ chưa muốn làm thôi, họ không muốn escalate những cái chuyện khác nó xảy ra, đúng không?
I think the sanction is the best way to do it right now, because the Russian people, they've been live in a peaceful for how many years?
How many years?
Yeah.
How many years? Long time. They have a lot of cash in their hand. All the millionaire people, they have a lot of money.
Those oligarchs.
And they don't want to die. They don't want to see a war.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poor people, then that's different. But all the big guy, they don't want to die. So this is something that might change Putin's mind. And I've been seeing him Putin face for the last couple of days, and he's not really happy. He's not look strong like he used to be. Yeah. So it's something. It's just a sign.
69 years old already.
Yep.
Maybe 69. He needs to drink some cordyceps. Just kidding. Thầy Ngân nói là ông lớn tuổi rồi, có thể cần uống đông trùng hạ thảo của các đài TV đằng chiếu để dẫn chơi với quý vị.
We talk about the nuclear now. The nuclear plant that he very isolate that already, right?
Right. Yeah.
So what he gonna next plan? What he gonna do? He tried to shut down electricity for the whole city.
Yeah, he's putting pressure on the people of Ukraine by taking away food, electricity, and all these sort of things. That's a standard strategy for any war fighting.
Oh,
but
man.
Yeah, Putin is, as Terry said, he's 69 years old, and I think he wants some kind of legacy. He wants to be remembered as a great man in the country of...
A great man who killed people.
The country of Russia. So, yeah, I think he's kind of getting desperate. And if this attack and this kind of grab for Ukraine is unsuccessful, I think it's a huge issue for him. And, he could be thrown out of office. He can be, captured as an enemy of their own country and
probably going to get assassinated.
Jailed or killed, yes. Yeah.
And then I think his term is ending on 2024.
His term?
Yeah.
There's no term.
He's a dictator. He's a dictator.
No, we just say that to make him, I heard that his term going to end.
Yeah.
He's old, so he want to be a power, and he want to be a Soviet Union again before he probably gone.
All of us take a few minutes to pray for Ukraine and hope that this war will end.
Anh ơi anh muốn đi ăn gì đây, ăn chè hay là ngon phố đông vui người qua em nhìn quanh mà phát thèm. Ai 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 à, ai ai à, đi nhanh thôi anh ơi đừng tiếc tiền. Ai 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 à, ai ai à, anh ơi đi rỗi rồi thôi, hôm nay em ăn cho tất cả đời. Dịch vụ sang tên xe. Văn phòng chúng tôi chuyên lo về dịch vụ sang tên xe, xin giấy chủ quyền xe, đóng tiền thuế lưu hành để lấy sticker xe liền tại văn phòng và giúp quý vị bán xe cũ cho chính phủ với giá lên tới 1.500 đồng. Nhân viên rất vui vẻ, nhanh nhẹn, phục vụ tận tâm và uy tín. Mọi chi tiết xin gọi Henry Nguyễn 714 422 8266. Văn phòng số 12432 Brookhurst Street, Garden Grove, góc đường Brookhurst và Lamson.